There we go, recording, transcripting, it's doing it, there we go. So hello everybody and good afternoon. My name is Jonathan Ragg and I am co-founder and CEO of Ltt Group, and we are a new partner to Investors in Community, and I'll talk a little bit about that. Some of you are actively using Investors in Community, some of you have been on it or they've kind of let it slip for a while, and some of you are new to it, so we're just giving a real update of what's happening, how we plan to draw businesses there, and how we can really unlock more support for charities. I will save questions until the end, but obviously if you do have them, please write them up or you can put them in chat. It's completely up to you. All recordings will be sent out to those people that signed up and couldn't attend for whatever reason, but we are recording this now. So we're classing this as an educational webinar because things have changed, and therefore we're just going through it. During this time, we just want to talk about why we're here, what we're doing, what the platform can really offer, and just an update on that, because there are some updates. Why Ltt Group matters as far as we're concerned, and why we want to really partner this and push it. There is a new annual administration fee and why and what that is, but obviously you can opt out. We can talk about that, and also if there's any data checks, removals, and next steps to progress with this. By the end of it, every charity that is part of this group will be getting this recording, but also an informative email to just follow up everything we've covered, and it will be about how to update, activate, or remove their listing should they wish to really go forward with this. So really, what the platform can help charity do, because some charities have gone on it and because of staff changes and people moving, obviously they've not been fully updated, but it's really valuable when the profile is clear, current, and actively used. If you can be found by businesses, it can really make it easier for those companies to discover causes that match their values and social impact goals. Some of the businesses that we want to be using more, the Investors in Community, are under contract to actually increase their social value in areas where they're working. They need to know exactly what's out there, because if they don't know what's in those areas, they will just go for the larger, more established charities. Now, we don't really want that to happen because we believe that impact really does happen on a local level, but we need businesses to understand that and really see that value locally. We really want you guys to really show what you need. As a trustee and as a board member of charities myself, I understand that it's not always about the money. Some programs and projects need volunteering, some need skills, some need different donations other than monetary value. And actually, we know that money matters and cash is king. But actually, if you can have local support in your local area, that tends to move it away from just a one-off donation, but actually a long-established partnership as well. And that's what we really want to drive, and how I believe impact really matters at a corporate and business level, especially local businesses. So we want to help you guys evidence your impact. Now, I'm happy to have a follow-up chat with anybody who wants this and a little introduction to LTT, but we really are there for businesses. Obviously, Investors in Community is there for the charities to help bring businesses to them, but LTT, we are a consultancy that helps businesses understand their environmental and social impact so they can win work commercially. We are a commercial organisation at LTT, but what we really need from charities is evidence. We need to do that so we can show the social impact of that, either donation, money, funding, skills, or whatever time they've given to the charity through our platform. And we want that business to become repeat. As far as I'm concerned, I am not in this for one-off donations here, there, everywhere, bit, or long partnerships that can last and keep lasting as well. So hopefully we can just do that. I'm just going to let somebody in who's unfortunately come to it late, but it's fine. So those people that have joined us late, you will get this recording, and we will pass that on. Feel free. But ultimately, what those 4 pillars really give and how that works, if you haven't seen that, you're not actually active on the platform, what actually we want you to be able to show is really what you need. So the charities that are really using the platform really well and not just putting their badge on there, but really putting their programs on there, whether they need funds, volunteering, what deadline there is, what local area, what's the social impact, what's the goal. You can click in these as a business. Actually, if you see it from when I'm introducing, me and my company, we're introducing businesses to this platform, especially if they're bidding for tenders in local areas. I want them to be able to see Hull, Sheffield, where I live, Leeds, London, wherever it is across the wonderful UK, all the local social impact initiatives that they can either donate or give money to or actually volunteer for, and the programs that are there, because then they can take that work, put it in tender, because and actually go for and win work because of that. So that therefore makes it commercial. The money that they give then gives an ROI, not a direct increase on that investment, not obviously interest, but a social impact investment that allows those businesses to win work. And that's what I specialize in. That's what I've done for a very long proportion of my career, is helping businesses understand their environmental and social obligations and the tender and supply chain process. So your profile is your shop window. And if you don't know this, what we can do is really look at this, and we're going to hopefully educate you more and really show you the benefit of being part of this. But if the right information is missing, businesses may move on without ever contacting you. Because if I look on LTT and I search for Grimsby, Hull, Sheffield, whatever, because I've got clients there and I want to attract social impact in those areas, I will do a search on the map and I will do a search via the area. Then I will see all of the courses and the projects that are live. Then I will filter that down by whether we're giving money or we're looking for staff participation or skills aligned for recruitment or whatever. And then actually we will filter that down. If people don't update their profile on the platform at all, then how can we find it? Not just businesses like LTT, but our clients and beyond our clients as well. We are exhibiting at one of the world's largest sustainability events, and that is Reset Connect, part of London Climate Action Week at the end of June. The more businesses we attract to this, the more clarity we need from charities so they don't miss out on funds. Because as soon as businesses understand their CSR obligations, part of ESG strategy, their frameworking, their alignment, the impact they can make in local community, we know that they are then willing to partner with those charities, but they need to understand, and it's like a shop window for you guys, really. I say it a lot simpler. There's a lot of tech behind this, but ultimately it's about putting yourself forward in the right way, because if you just Google charities in my area, you will always come up with the top sponsored first. And it's not always about that. It's about going beyond and seeing really what is local and what is making the most impact. So we're asking charities to make it specific. Clear cause, location, the type of support needed, who benefits, and what good support looks like. What exactly does good look like for you? And if it's a monetary target, put that, and put actually what the end goal and what happens through the stages. Make it current. Keeping it updated is actually really important, because not just for the short term, 3, 4, 5, 6 months in time, but if you've got longer projects that can work along 12 to 18 months, that will help companies who are going for larger projects and tenders, especially in the construction and built environment world. And then ultimately, make it easy. Not every business has a dedicated sustainability team or a CSR manager or somebody really understands social impact. So those businesses tend to always go with charities they know. If you want to get their time, their donations and their money, really make it simple for them to understand the impact that they can make in their local community through the fantastic work that we know all the charities on our platform do. Good profiles really reduce friction. There's less chasing, fewer dead ends, and far better conversations. We know that, and we can prove it, and that's what we're there to drive. So where does our partnership come in? So like I said, LTT Group, we are a sustainability consultancy, mainly in what's called the B2B environment, so business to business. We are there to help more businesses understand and use investors in community, because a lot of our clients talk about carbon. and they talk about certification, B Corp, EcoVadis, ISOs, all these kind of things. And then they kind of wash over social impact. A lot of them think social impact is just about how they treat internal staff, not just about their local communities and surrounding areas. And we really want to help them show that by showing them the benefits of going on the platform, the benefits of what they can see in their local areas. But then as a consultancy, we want to then help them win tenders and win larger clients through the work they do in these local areas. So actually, it is not a case of 1 + 1 = 2. It's a case of 1 + 1 can equal actually a large amount of money for these companies. And therefore, that just increases the amount that they're willing to give, the time that they're willing to donate, the staff that they're willing to push forward for these initiatives. And actually, it's about having credibility there with a transparent route. So if you look at how the businesses work, and I'll probably be doing another webinar from the business side, which I'll send recordings out to all those that want it. But if you look how the business profiles work of this and how you find the charities and what you can track, it actually gives you that transparency. But for that to work, they need to find the right charities. And right now, not enough of the charities on the platform are giving enough of that really vital detail of the projects that they want help with. So from listing to an opportunity, the platform works best when both sides know what they need and what it can offer. Because remember, there are two sides to this platform. There is the charity side, which is your shop window, as I said, and there is the business side, which is how they can track the impact that they're making financially by donations and actually volunteering and all these other wonderful things. But they can track that through team members, through businesses themselves, to then give that information transparently and accurately to their clients, their customers, their tender opportunities and beyond. So we're asking charities to keep the profiles current. Also keep the contacts current, because during this exercise, when I've sent you all the invite for this webinar, we have had quite a few saying, I've moved on from this charity, I'm no longer working for that charity. Now, we don't know that. We're not psychic. We can only find that out if you keep the profile updated. It's a little bit like having a Facebook business profile, if anything, and I know it can sometimes seem like it's another chore. We're not asking you to update it every day, every week, every month even, but if it can just maybe take 10, 15, 20 minutes every quarter just to look at it, and then look at it, just go quick glance, yep, our details are right, yes, they're the projects, that's the update that we need, then fantastic. If you need help from that, we are here. The guys at Invested in Community are here to help. And that's what the businesses want. They want to see the charities that are proactive, so they don't feel that they're wasting money. They want to actually feel that they're making a difference, because right now businesses, and I know the third sector is under huge pressure, but businesses are under huge pressure financially. They are. So if they're going to donate, if they're going to volunteer time, if they're going to volunteer and actually give funds, then actually they need to make sure and be understanding where that money is actually going, because just the kind of it's the right thing to do, unfortunately, doesn't always come across when businesses are struggling right now to pay their bills and meet the demands and sell as much because of what's going on in the wider environment. So businesses can find aligned causes, better visibility to companies, and that helps them actually look for where they can help. Support is agreed and delivered. So when they do contact you, please be proactive in helping them understand. They can do it via donations, like I've said, via funds, whatever that is, but actually help them understand how they do that. Is it easy? Is it as simple as a link to pay here? Or do they have to come into your offices? Or is it something that you're setting up? What are you actually doing, and how easy is it for business to actually help you guys? And then actually make sure that impact is evidenced and shared with the businesses through the platform, because they can then take that detail and push it forward in their CSR commitments, ESG commitments, SDGs, all of the lovely acronyms that I have in my world of sustainability. But actually they can push that forward to try and win more work, More work for them, we know, means more work to the third sector, more money to the third sector, because it goes down that supply chain of actual social impact. So for this to continue, there has to be an administration fee, because the more businesses we bring on board, one thing that we get asked over and over again is, how does this comply with GDPR, cybersecurity, especially after some recent quite high profile hacks at some large businesses? They are no longer concerned about them getting hacked direct. They're concerned about their tech partners getting hacked via their other partners. So we're going to be contacting all charities on the platform, and we're going to be saying that it is a £5 a month, £60 per year fee, and hoping that we can bring enough businesses, because we'll be far more transparent about businesses in your area, businesses that we bring on, how they're looking for, and we'll make that money back very, very, very quickly. It has to be this, because as you can understand, we've currently got over 1,400 charities on our platform, and that is actually a lot of data to hold. But to keep holding that, we have to we're not on about making profit from this, but we need to make sure that we are there and keeping that updated, to make sure that all of the updates are correct, making sure that all the coding is correct, making sure all the back end is correct, so the businesses can see this, and everything that we're giving you guys in return for this is actually right, and we're actually giving you that wonderful shop window and actually pushing that forward. And we do know that every pound matters, so the aim is to be clear, fair, and very, very practical with this, so you understand. Data checks and removal options. We understand that not everybody receiving this, attending this webinar, or who have received this invite, who haven't unsubscribed or let us know, is the right person in your organization. That is completely fine. If your details are right, confirm them and continue to use the platform. Update it. Contact us if you need help updating it. Really look, and we can show you some great examples of charities that are really using it fantastically right now and actually showing the projects that are out there and that they've got going. If you are no longer the correct contact, we can update the charity records or remove the data that you've put on there. We can do that. That's no problem. It's actually part of GDPR for us to do that and keep on top of it. But we do need to now be maintaining that, and maintenance always actually costs quite a lot of money in the tech world, because they understand the importance of this. So they're actually no longer doing favors to industries like ours. And if the charity wants removing off the platform because you don't think there is any value or ROI, we completely understand. And like I said, I am a board member and I am a trustee of a charity, and I understand the financial position that you guys are all in at this moment in time. What we want to do is hopefully bring you businesses that can actually simplify and actually go forward and help you. However, we fully understand that not every charity right now is in a position to be using a platform right now, like ours, and want to continue down the standard marketing and social media routes. And we completely understand that. We do, and we are therefore giving everybody the option to remove their charity from the platform. There's not saying that you cannot come back on it at a later date if you don't want, or actually a company asks you to go on the platform, because that's our plan. As more companies come on, they find that if they know a local charity, I myself have added a couple of charities to the platform because I want to see that transparency data. So I've asked them to join. As a business, I've said that I will happily pay the admin fee for them, to get them on the platform, because I get far more out of it. I can continue to give my money through the platform to the charity, and there actually I can see the impact that I'm making far better. And it's just very simply, I can either download the dashboard or I can do screenshots every time I want to do a marketing campaign or talk to my clients or actually push it a little bit further. So what we need from charities right now, those that want to stay active, we want you to stay active. We want you to confirm it. Those that need updating, tell us if the profile. If you want us to remove it, tell us. Tell us what you want removing, whether it's a person, whether it's contact details, whether your registered address has changed or you've moved, or actually if it's the full charity themselves, tell us and we will go ahead and do that. If you want more detail, if you want us to go through something specific, if you want us to actually look at your profile in detail with you and actually give you a bit of one-to-one, we are offering that as part of our platform. So it's simple. You get in touch and you contact us. Now, you can either contact me via the email address at the bottom, and that is info@lttgroup.uk, or you can actually log on to your platform and you can press help and then contact us, and then you can contact us through that, and we will set up a follow-up meeting that is convenient for yourselves and actually help you do the work that we know actually goes best in this platform. So what I'm going to do now, I have finished slightly early. I've finished at 12:54. I was due to finish at 12:56, so I'll give myself a pat on the back. But actually what I'm going to do now is open up to questions. If there's no questions, because you're seeing this as a recording, please feel free to email me any questions that you have. And once again, you can email me at info@lttgroup.uk. I would put something in the subject header around investors in community or something like that, so all of our guys know that is to flag to me and actually send it direct to myself, because I'm the one that's most actively involved in this partnership. If you've got no questions, then I will end the webinar there.
Thank you so much, Jonathan.
Thank you, Jonathan. Cheers.
Yeah.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Bye now.
Bye.